What up, everybody? All right, give people a couple minutes to hop in here. This is something new, a little trade review at the end of the day. You guys could hop in here, ask some questions in the chat room. But let's talk about what went down today. So, that virus news kind of had people shook around. When did that come out? Around 12:40. 12:40, we had some GILD, Gilead, or however you say it, came out with some news saying that their vaccine, I don't know if it was fake news or whatever it was, but there was some news saying that the thing didn't work, the vaccine didn't work. I don't really pay attention to news, but that's what supposedly took the market down. But starting the day, we had a little push higher early in the session. And the breadth, I look at the breadth chart. This tells me the up volume compared to the down volume. And this was pretty positive all day. So still, there wasn't any selling early on in the session. And the first trade I was looking for was a long right here. After a period opened up, I like to wait and see and let the market give us some information before taking a trade. And there was some information that was given to us early in the session, all right? And that was the break above the overnight high, all right? So if we look at the overnight session, you could see on this green profile, that's the overnight session profile. If you want to look at candlesticks, it's right here on the right. We had the overnight high right there at around 2806 and a half, right? So a period, right at the open, we opened up. This is the blue dot right here. That is the open. So we opened up at 2802, somewhere around there. Popped up quickly. First 5-minute bar quickly hopped up above that overnight high and the previous day's high. So those were two reference points I was watching early in the morning. The previous day high and then the overnight high, right? So pretty similar levels, but it blew through both of them, and then we got a little pullback. That pullback there was everything. That was the indication that you should be getting long right there. And I tried to get long right there. I didn't take any trades today, but that was the only trade I was going to take. I don't know. I just woke up and said, I don't want to trade today. I was kind of out of it. I actually thought it was Friday too. So that's that. But that was the trade I wanted, 2808, somewhere around there, which was, if we look on the profile, B period came down. So the second profile opens around 10 o'clock. And we quickly came down to retest that overnight high and the previous day's high. And we didn't get any acceptance back into those previous ranges. So that's why I wanted a long right there. And it was good for the next 30, 40 minutes. C period put in highs up at 28.36. And yeah, that long would have worked out. I didn't get filled and I didn't chase it. I said, you know what, that's it. I'm not going to take anything today. If you want the proof, here's my trade activity log. No trades today, all right? So 0, 0, and 0. And you can see no sim. That means I'm not on a demo account. But that doesn't matter. That's my money, not yours. What else happened? So G period opened up and this thing got real ugly. It looked like we were trading a penny stock here on the S&P. This thing just gave out. The news came out, and just like that, in a blink of an eye, this thing was back down to yesterday's value area high. So yesterday's value area high, if we take a look, is right here at 27.93. All right, 27.93 was the value area high. 27.73 was the value area low. That's how we use the market profile. We use the previous day's value to, judge what's going on in the market. But we quickly spiked, like I'm talking quick, 5, 10, 15 minutes, not even. This thing spiked all the way down to yesterday's value, all right, 27.93. And there was a good long off of there if you were quick enough there in G period. these fat wicks. There was a nice long for a little bounce back up to, you know, that overnight high, previous day's high. It actually got a little further up into like, what period high was that? Or yeah, F period high. So we had a little poor high actually. That's why I thought we would run these stops later in the afternoon, but that news kind of just shook all the buyers out, and they were getting a little worried, so nobody hopped back in those longs, unfortunately. But if we look, so yeah, that was a nice long off the value area high. Same thing set up later in the day during J period, our girl J-Lo. Usually we'll get an inventory correction around J period, and it's usually a low. J is making a low, so that's why I call it J-Lo. But look where that stopped, right at the point of control from the overnight, right at the point of control from yesterday, 27.87. And you had another bounce off of that level too, right back to that overnight high, previous day's high. But yeah, this thing just couldn't pick back up its momentum after, you know, this big fat drop. It looks like somebody just dumped a fat position, like I'm talking big. And yeah, that's kind of like the penny stock behavior. You have somebody that just says, fuck it, I'm getting out. And then once they do that, it just straight down. That's what it looks like here today. But yeah, what else? What other notes do I have from today? Yeah, we never recovered from that spike down, unfortunately. But this is good. We need some selling in the market. It's not a bad thing. It'll be healthy for the markets for the move back up if we get some selling going on. But something to note, let's take a look at where did we close today. Let me draw a little ray. 27.81 is the close price. All right, so kind of similar to yesterday's close. I'll keep that level on there though, 27.8750. But we closed on the lows today. So when this happens, we might get a little gap higher from, if we're looking at today's close price, 27.81. Sometimes in Globex, when we close on the lows, they'll like to gap it up around 6 o'clock when Globex opens, and then just take it right back down. So I'm expecting some more selling tonight. But yeah, below 27.81. We'll look at a clean chart, the last 3 days value. Last 3 days have just been migrating higher, right? We could look at Tuesday, 421. That's where we had a high value area high, 27.49. And that was a big gap down from Monday, right? And it looks like we're recovering. So yesterday we had value migrate higher than Tuesday, right? See value, these are the value areas, these lines, and we could see where yesterday's value is relative to Wednesday's. We could see where Wednesday's is relative to Tuesday's, sorry, and it's migrated higher, right? If we look at today's, this is today's value area opposed to yesterday's, we're still migrating higher. But today was a little different. We ended on the lows back inside yesterday's value. So things changed real quick today. We had value higher all day long, and then once price wasn't able to recover here today, after this drop, you see how much time we spent down here? That's why value drifted lower. So we're opening up inside a yesterday's value. We'll look to see tonight if we can hold today's value. If we can't, we'll probably get a sell-off down to 27.73, and then the previous Tuesday's value, 27.50, somewhere in there. It's not a bad thing if we go down and test that tonight to get some selling going on in this market. What's up, Brain? What's up, Vivian? What up, Dominic? How you guys doing today? What else? Let's see. So So yeah, value's higher last 3 days. And those are some levels lower. 2750s tonight. If we could break outside today's value and yesterday's value, 73. Something to note from yesterday's overnight session last night, we weren't able to break below that 73 level. All right, so today we kind of tried to go back down there. M period and N period both sold off, and the market kind of ran out of time. So my guess is that we do move lower tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. That could easily change. This market's so sensitive that any news is just gonna send this thing flying, whether it's good news to the upside or bad news to the downside. So yeah, those are some levels that you can watch for tonight. My guess is we go lower. We didn't get that end of the day stop run since, you know, the market was shook from this big spike down and the whatever news came out. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. See if we could, I don't know if I'll trade tomorrow either. I was kind of just out of it today. I thought it was Friday, so it might be good to take a break, but I'll still be on the stream. If I'm not trading, I'll still be on the stream maybe for a little bit tomorrow. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you have a great night, and I hope you had a great day, and I hope you're staying safe. And yeah, those are the levels you could watch for tonight. Like I said, break below today's close. Even if we get some little gap up, which they like to do when we end on the lows, even if we get a little gap up, see what happens. Is that gap gonna hold or what? But yeah, back below today's value, 2787, and then today's close 2781. We should get a move down to 2773, and then looks like we're free sailing back to 2750, somewhere around there. All right, so that's that. I'm out of here. I'll let you guys go, and